Hey guys, my name is Lauren, and we're going to be talking about psychologist Sigmund Freud and the basics of his theories today. He was an interesting guy, and there's a lot to talk about him, so let's get to it. So Freud was born on May 6, 1856, and died September 23, 1939. Despite his odd personality, he did actually have friends, such as his colleague and famous psychologist Carl Jung, who was known for his theories on the collective unconscious, archetypes, and personas. Freud is most well known for being the father of psychoanalysis, which was his theory of personality. He attributed our thoughts and actions to unconscious motives or conflicts. One of his most famous models of this theory was what we now call the iceberg model, which is a metaphor for our minds. So, here we have an iceberg just floating around in water. Above the surface of the water is what he deemed as the conscious, or any information of which one is aware. Just below the surface of the water is the preconscious, or information that isn't conscious but is retrievable into conscious awareness. And lastly, in deep, deep water is the unconscious, a reservoir that holds mostly unacceptable thoughts, wishes, feelings, and memories. Here, information is processed, but one is generally completely unaware of it. Within the iceberg itself holds three sections that embody another crucial part of Freud's psychoanalysis: the id, the superego, and the ego. The id is the part of the mind that contains unconscious psychic energy that strives to satisfy basic sexual and aggressive drives. It operates on the pleasure principle, wherein there is a high demand for immediate gratification. As shown in the diagram, this section is entirely within the unconscious level of water, demonstrating how the id works unbeknownst to one's conscious. Down the whole length of the iceberg is the superego, a section of the mind that represents internalized ideals and provides standards for judgment using shame and guilt as an influence on one's actions. One is both aware and unaware of the effect of the superego, seeing as how people can both know and not know about how societal norms, morals, or expectations affect decision-making. The last part of the iceberg is one that most people are familiar with, but maybe not in the context of psychoanalysis. It's called the ego, and it's the largely conscious, executive part of personality that mediates among the demands of the id, the superego, and reality. In order to meet these demands, the ego works on the reality principle to satisfy the id's aggressive desire realistically. Freud's theory of psychoanalysis is also used in therapy. His theory uses different methods of psychoanalysis to seek out his clients' unconscious conflicts in their mind, including hypnosis, dream analysis, and projective tests. Hypnosis is when the client is in a state of highly focused attention and concentration, associated with relaxation and heightened suggestibility. Clients are often brought to this detached state of mind, then are either suggested by the therapist to change a specific behavior or asked to discuss certain topics that could be hiding within the unconscious. Dream analysis is when a client describes dreams, which Freud believed to be connected to the unconscious, and the therapist analyzes the manifest content, or the literal information of the events in a dream, in order to reveal the latent content, or the true underlying meaning of said dream, bringing to attention the real, unresolved conflict they have. Projective tests are personality tests, providing ambiguous stimuli designed to trigger the projection of one's unconscious. Two well-known examples of projective tests are the TAT test and the ink blot test. TAT tests reveal inner feelings through stories clients create about ambiguous scenes they are shown. Ink blot tests include providing the client with a set of 10 ink blots. They seek to find people's inner feelings by analyzing their interpretations of the blots, similarly to TAT tests. One part of Freud's version of therapy was his famous couch. Here, the therapist would sit out of view of the client in order to reduce judgmental pressure that may be felt by them. The client would then just lay on the comfy couch right next to the therapist, and the session would start. Sounds pretty relaxing if you ask me. And that's pretty much it. Freud was basically just an unconscious obsessed psychologist with a cool couch. Thanks for watching.